What's up, guys? Sub-Zac here, back for another VOD review. Today, reviewing a game from the America's Soul Fighter Cup. These are, if you guys aren't watching these cups, by the way, this is like peak cinema TFT. Like every single one of these cups, especially because they did this cool thing where they, mixed up the cups, EU players in NA, or America's players in EU. It was actually so cool just watching all of these. It made me tune into so many more. We watched the APAC yesterday. YBO won my GOAT, winning out on that. And the America's one was won out by another player who, I would say, a GOAT of mine as well. Another player who I think has been really, really on the rise over the past, couple of sets. This is Marcel P. So we are going to watch him. Also, I mean, thank you, Marcel, for winning this tournament, because if EU had won 2 tournaments, I don't know what we would have done. I mean, obviously they can't win it on skill alone. They have to rely on luck, whereas we rely on skill. But these things happen. It's TFT. You can't always have 100% hit rate. So this game is going to be all about our first augment take here. Perfect Form, Iron Assets, Caretaker's Ally. I mean, great options. Iron Asset allows you to get to a triple slam here with the 2 item anvils, but it's very, very hard to pass up a hero augment, especially when you have 2 extra item anvils, especially when you already have a glove, which is one of the best components on Zachary. So yeah, Marcel does not even roll any of his other power-ups. He just grabs this Perfect Form literally from rip here and says, I mean, this is my spot. This is what I'm going to do here. He's going to power snacks the Zacs and get some kind of weird ones. Yes, finds max vitality, but you don't really care that much for like an insane amount of like extra tank stats here. And interestingly enough, so he's going to full open here. He's gonna open here with max vitality. This is an interesting start because he had the Crystal Gambit opener, opted not to play it. Opting not to play it does mean that you can make gold here. So first item anvil, we do take glove. I also did pull up kind of like BIS on this Zachary unit. So Zac 3 with 3 items. JG is basically necessary on this guy. You just want to be like critting and one-tapping people. And then after that, it really like Striker's BT. So yeah, you can go something like this. You can go Striker's Edge of Night. You can go Hodge, which, the stats like slightly less, but is still, perfectly fine as a healing item. But yeah, it's usually JG plus 1 kind of defensive plus another kind of offensive. I mean, this setup doesn't even look that bad. BT, Edge of Night, maybe like Hodge Edge of Night doesn't even look that bad. And you can even, I mean, the stats do not love Archangels these days, especially after the nerfs to Archangels. So I'd stay away from that. But, stuff like Rabadon's pretty good. Gwinsu's kind of hilarious, but, he does scale with attack speed. So, you can build something like a Gwinsu's. But we take Glove here looking for like a Hodge JG. This extra pop is actually kind of awkward. I mean, the stats would suggest that it's Sword here and you just build Edge of Night, right? It's interesting that Marcel actually thinks super long on this, and yeah, he's gonna opt to take Cloak here. The stats, they do like Edge of Night decently. I'm a bit surprised that he doesn't just grab the Edge of Night from here. He's got a different idea out of the Cloak, which is interesting. And he did opt to end up just making gold here. And okay, he does get rid of max vitality. I was like, what are we doing here? 100 push-ups is an interesting one because you do have to roll a good bit to find this Zachary 3. I haven't really seen anybody like pop off with this recently, but I mean, the idea, if you roll a decent bit, is that you're going to get a good amount of DR and okay, I mean, you really have to roll a lot, right? 15 rerolls is only 5% damage amp. You really, I think, want this on something, some kind of comp where you're going to be rolling the entire game, which this is like a little bit hard to. Usually, you're hitting Zac and then you're just using that to tempo. So yeah, he's just going to take the crit threat here. I mean, I think this would make a lot of sense. I mean, I'm surprised ooh, okay, he does take this. I was gonna even say, like, I do just kind of like Midas touch in the early game and have the Zac bounce around and do a lot of work here. But yeah, we're gonna make the slam. We're gonna hold the line and chill here, and obviously put Zac and Kale and Atrox into our planner here, which are the big ones that we're gonna roll for. So this hero augment, I mean, some people, if you're, if you haven't played around this hero augment much, you might be like, this seems like a pretty sketchy spot for the hero augment. I mean, we had 0 Zacs to start the game, but Marcel takes this here because a lot of hero augments, Zac, Shen, or Zac, Shen, like Mundo, Zac and Mundo are the big ones. This patch are just so overtuned that you can really just force them, even from a spot like this, even from 0 Zacs, just because the cap of them is so high of hitting your Zac 3. So that's the idea in this setup. Have to imagine Rod's going to be the pickup here, and it's on a Darius, which is fantastic. That is obviously a heavyweight that you can play on this board. Usually you're playing vertical heavyweights on this board. You can even cap this into a heavyweight reroll, but you need a lot of gold to do that. You know, I don't know what our second augment's going to be, but you need like Giga Econ after this. But obviously it's going to be the Hodge and the JG here. And yeah, I mean, I guess Marcel doesn't like Edge of Night that much as a last item. The stats seem to think it's fine, so I'm kind of surprised he skipped it here. Opted to take the Cloak, which can be like Ionic Spark, perhaps, though it's a little bit awkward because when he floats to backline, the Spark value is not that amazing. KZ Double here also has a hero augment, has this Shen, or I don't know why I called Kennen Chennen, but he has this Kennen hero augment here, which is also pretty solid after the changes. There's also a beautiful loss for loss here, and yeah, just scouting our matchups to make sure that we can keep our loss streak, because it looks like Gobo is also probably on a 4 loss. This is something that I need to get better at, is paying attention to people who are on loss streak in a spot like this. Like, is Gobo 4 loss here? Like, he probably is from 83 and just saved some HP, but honestly, we're 81. I mean, maybe he's 3 loss plus 1 win, and they're just 3 bad losses. Like, those spots I'm always so unsure about. Also, this fight was so close to being a very, very good loss, but still, I mean, 76 HP on the 5 loss is totally fine in this spot. I think Marcel is very, very happy about this spot, and I mean, why shouldn't he be? So we're just going to continue to chill here. We'll see how much we want to actually roll on 3-1, because it's not like we're the richest guy in the world. You definitely want to roll a bit. We do get our Ionic Spark if we want to make that. You could even just put that onto the Zac for now, and then move it later once we get something better. I mean, you certainly need to roll for Zac 2. Once you hit Zac 2, you could consider stopping. Yeah, and so this is once we hit Zac 2, and it looks like exactly that. We are going to just stop here, make the Ionic Spark, throw it onto Zac. I mean, makes perfect sense here. Still 33 gold as well, which is nice. That can allow us to, you know, econ back up to our 50 gold, and yeah, hovering over the damage amp that he got here. I mean, he's at, it looked like it was 3% damage amp, which honestly didn't even look, we didn't roll 9. Did we roll 9 times there? 18 gold? It seems, maybe we did. But yeah. All right. Stand United, not amazing. I mean, I don't really like any of these that much here. Branching out is a funny idea, but I don't think you can really take it here. Prep's an interesting idea. I mean, you can afford to prep a decent amount of stuff. The problem is you can't prep this Zac at all, but I mean, I think it's better than our other options. I think this makes a lot of sense. And yeah, he's actually rolling a little bit here. I think mostly just to find something to prep, right? Ideally, we'd find like a Zac that we could prep. I mean, the problem is you're not, yeah, you're going to be 1 stack on this Zac this entire stage, and then, you know, you could put him out on minions, but like until you hit Zac 3, you're really not going to get to full stacks, which is a bit awkward, certainly, but it's just life. And I mean, our other options were really not that amazing, so the Zac is going to bounce around here. We're still taking pretty, I mean, this is a pretty bad loss to a very strong board, right? That guy's Zaya to a lot of just strong units in general, so I guess it's not the craziest thing in the world. And we took prep and augment that doesn't do anything. I mean, it does very little right now. Yeah, he actually gives up. Ooh, I guess, I mean, we have to take Thrill Seeker, right? It's kind of funny. I mean, he's going to heal the attack speed, is going to scale up his kit. So, I mean, that's kind of funny. But okay, we'll see how it goes here. Look at that Zac fly, man. It's so cool. I really want to see that Thrill Seeker proc. Thrill Seeker proc. Yeah, it's actually, it's kind of sick. I mean, it actually looks pretty good. And yeah, I mean, watching it in action, I do certainly think, I think Marcel would agree that the 100 push-ups was not doing much work here. It's just awkward with a comp like this, especially like if you're in Econ Galaxy, I could see it. Without that, meh. That was a bow take there from Mr. Marcel P, but the biggest thing was that it was on a Poppy, allowing us to just like catapult to 6 heavyweight the second that we, you know, have Zac 3 is really big. 6 heavyweight is just such a spike on these heavyweight boards. If you are ever playing heavyweights, you always just take Poppy off Carousel because she is such a spike. Getting to 6 heavyweight is such a spike when you're playing around these comps in general. So a perfectly cromulent pickup there from Marcel. He also throws in the Darius on 3 stacks because he knows, well, I can just bench the Darius on minions and get to that 4th and final stack. So 3 stacks kind of the magic number here. Yeah, honestly, the Thrill Seeker is looking fantastic here. I mean, imagine that we were still sitting on that last 100 push-ups power up. I think we would have gotten cleared this fight. So really big power-up swap from Mr. Marcel here, but it's still a little scary, right? We're only 5 Zacs at this point now. Yeah, I mean, we're at least stacking the stacks onto the Zac here. We're gonna power up Darius as our potential duo carry here, and ooh, wait, this is actually so cool. I haven't seen this I don't think I've ever played this setup, and I don't know that I've even seen this in my games either. 2 Thrill Seeker here, 40% AS on kill, and you execute enemies below 10% HP. Wait, what does this mean, by the way? Because you already get 40% AS on kill. So does it just add the execute? This is actually like very confusing. I don't actually understand what, because like usually Thrill Seeker, usually when you take a 2 version of the trait, it applies to both of them. I mean, I assume it just gives you the AS and the healing and the execute to both of them. But it's actually very confusingly worded, which, hey, I mean, that's TFT. I mean, Zac definitely executed there. You can see the execute thingy. So we definitely get that, which is the big thing that we want here. So Darius 2 gets picked up here. We do have to bench him, which is kind of funny, and then just bench everything else, make sure that we are benching this stuff. And yeah, oh, he's actually, yeah, I think Marcel actually got afraid here. He benched the Zac for a second and then was like, wait, what if I lose this fight? Which I think he wasn't going to lose there, but I mean, that's the only reason why you wouldn't do this, or that he's like sure that we are going to roll for Zac 3 here, which, I mean, you might hit Zac 3 here, you might not. Gets dropped another bow, so he immediately makes the red buff here. I mean, yeah, you must make this. You know, another thing that I'm getting kind of worried about is what is our last Zac item actually going to be? I mean, I don't think we want to stay Spark Zac our entire game here. So, I mean, it's the red buff, and then, I mean, we have powered up the Darius, we have the Thrill Seeker. I do think a Titan's Resolve is in order here, and then you have good... I mean, I guess it's like Guard Breaker out of this belt here. It makes sense to me. All right, that is a very heavy Jace shop here, but the downside is that we're actually, like, it's very... Oh, okay, I was like, Krakens? Oh, I think it's tight. If anything, it's Reforged Cloak here, right? But I don't think you even Reforged Cloak. I think both of these components are fantastic here. Yeah, he was thinking about a lot of different stuff there. This is almost a good fight for us, but then we get cannoned, which is rough. 51 gold here, 54 HP, actually. It's a very scary spot. I mean, we're nowhere near Zac 3. And the second augment that we have taken this game without rolling another one, the reason why... I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm 100% sure, by the way. I want to go back and hover it for people who are, you know, newer to TFT and don't know what every single augment is. But he just goes so fast. I'm pretty sure Marcel was pre-thinking in his head, I need max cap here. What does max cap do for us? It gives us a bunch of gold, which is exactly what we need to hit our entire board. And it gives us the Fawn, which is going to allow us to feel 6 heavyweight a lot faster. Like we can just field 6 heavyweight on 6 now. This is the single best augment that you can get in this spot. In general, in this comp, I would say, in a lot of reroll comps, I would say, I literally have seen very, very high-elo players, named players who are signed to orgs, complaining in discords about how broken this max cap augment is, because Marcel's spot was looking pretty bad here, and all of a sudden we have enough gold to hit Zac 3, and the big thing this allows for us is also the amount of gold to hit everything else. It's kind of surprising, actually. He's looking... So he holds... This is his 7th Atrox here. We're giving up on Kale 3 because, yeah, I mean, who cares about Kale 3? He has the opportunity here to sell something for this chase, and he passes it up, right? You could sell... I was thinking sell Koboko here and say, who cares about Koboko 2? But he doesn't. He just rolls over this, right? Yeah, feels bad. And now he has to roll over Poppy. And at this point, he actually sells the other Jace and gives up on Jace. Wow. I mean, looking back on this, it's actually really surprising this is how he plays his turn out. I wonder, like, I also do think, like, you could also just sell the Aatroxes and say, I mean, isn't Jace 3 way more important than hitting Aatrox 3? Because, yeah, I mean, we could be 5 Jaces here and we pass them up. I'm really surprised, actually, that that's how he plays it out. I mean, I don't really agree. We do it with the Zac, which is really big here. We have the crown, which we can just throw onto the Aatrox here, and all of a sudden we are way stronger, and we got to level up to level 6. That's 6 heavyweight onto this board, like I talked about, so big. Just, you know, the giga spike for us, and now all of a sudden we are monstrous here. This Zac is really tanky. I mean, this is 1,000,000%. Like, you know, if we didn't have Zac through this fight, we would obviously easily lose to Coinid here. And the other fantastic thing is now we can just look to push level 6. We can dig. Oh yeah, he throws Syndra into planner here, Syndra and Seraphine, which I thought was funny. But I mean, it's Prodigy for Mal's and it's Star Guardian for the Poppy. So yeah, I mean, what other, like, we could play? Well, what other Prodigy are you gonna play on this board? Are you gonna play Yuumi? Yeah, nice try, buddy. Though I mean, I hear she's getting buffed at next patch, or changed next patch, which hopefully will be a buff. So we'll see about that. New patch coming out Wednesday, by the way. I'm excited for it. I think it should hopefully, from what I understand, it's not going to be like one of these last few patches that's going to like completely change everything. It's going to be just like a little refinement of the meta, which I think would be fantastic. Okay, Glove is the big pickup here off Carousel for that guard breaker here. It's also on a Darius, which would be huge here. If you can't get that, you could take Sword for BT here, but I do think it must be Glove. I mean, on Darius makes the choice easy. And then we're going to have to move the Spark over to, I guess, Poppy. I think Poppy 1 might be tankier than Jace 2, but maybe that's a crazy... Maybe that's a crazy idea here, but let's level up here. Let's roll. I mean, best case, yeah, I mean, he agrees that Poppy 1 is tankier than Jace 2 in this setup. I think that makes sense. Jace is, I mean, he's just not a tanky unit. He's more of a damage dealer. So this is going to be our setup here. And we're actually just going to chill for 1 round here, at least, not, rolling down at all this round. We're going to sit on 50 because, I mean, why would we roll here, right? There's nothing to really, I mean, we're far enough off of everything. And also we still win. Fantastic win here. 3 streak here is huge. Pick up a Darius here. Pick up a Jace here. He's going to roll to 40, which, yeah, I like not rolling below 40 here. I think it's very easy. I have been in this spot a trillion times where I've got baited and rolled like, I see another Darius and then I roll down to like 30 and then I'm like, I might as well roll to 20. And I mean, you're 1 gold, you're 1 round off minions. You're 54 HP. Your board's pretty strong. I mean, if you lose, you're taking a good loss. And there's a world where you win here and we do win without leveling, or without rolling more, which is absolutely huge for us. So really, really good. Just discipline by Marcel to not roll deeper here, actually, just to chill until minions, and then we're good. We're gold. Let's do a check on our stuff. Yeah, we need to put that onto Malzahar and onto Kobuko. He's even going to put it onto this Aatrox here, just assuming that we won't hit Aatrox 3, which, I mean, could very well not happen. And then, we would be kind of stuck here. So going to pop Anvil here, going to make BT here. Is it going to have to be Vow? I mean, it must have to be Vow last item. Yeah, this is not an item Anvil here. All right, let's roll down. We are finding a decent amount of Mouses here, actually. So close on the Darius here. Going to continue to roll because we are 1 off everything here. Oh my god. Actually, so many, once again, Jaces that we had to end up skipping here. I mean, I think he's just evaluated that, like, we're not really going to be able to, I mean, we're double Thrill Seeker. We're not really going to be able to play for like the Jace 3 this game. I mean, we're just not going to have items for him. So he's just going to completely, I mean, it's funny. Like, I mean, we have 7 Jaces. Okay, he'll keep the dream alive here. And now 8 Jaces. So now we finally sell the Aatrox. So, okay, the dream is alive here. It's actually so interesting. Let me go back and look at his roll down. I actually really want to look at his roll down 5-1 again. Because what did he skip Jace for here? Because he saw, there's Mal's. Because there's a Jace here that he skips. Oh, it's just a mistake, right? Okay. He just accidentally skipped that Jace. It was not like a conscious decision. I was pretty surprised by it because we already have Koboko too. He should just sell this, but he buys, like, I mean, yeah, he doesn't even, yeah, wow. I mean, maybe just an uncharacteristic mistake from Marcel because, I mean, it certainly looks like he wants to hold these Jaces. I think he did actually just, yeah, just APM diff here. He was trying to roll quickly for the... I mean, you've been... You, the viewer, you right now. What's a name that some people have? Chris. It's probably... How many... If your name's Chris, comment down below. Whoa, our dude is getting CC'd by Braum. That was actually really horrifying for us. And, oh, we're going to take a bad loss here because of that, actually. That's horrifying. You've been in this spot before, I'm sure, Christopher. You're rolling down. You really want to roll quickly to find the Darius 3, so you end up accidentally kind of skipping units. Wow, look at the... Wow, that is wild. But, I mean, I don't think it's a crazy play at all. At this point, he does actually skip the Jace. I mean, I could see the argument for just skipping Jace completely. With the idea that, I mean, first of all, we're double Thrill Seeker. It's unlikely that we're going to get off of Thrill Seeker to go for like a fusion dance onto the Darius. I know it's really good on Darius, but the double Thrill Seeker is really nice. So yeah, it's hard for us to get off of that. And we also have no items for the Jace right now. We can just build out items onto Poppy. We can build out items onto Malzahar. So Jace is really like very far from being prioritized here. So I do think skipping it makes sense. It's interesting. Just all of the priority versus the not priority on this Jace. I mean, Guard Breaker here seems... Oh, is he really thinking about QSS? Oh, yeah, QSS move Vow. Duh. Yeah, and then... I mean, it's kind of funny, the QSS Titans combination. In some ways, it's a non-bow because they both provide CC immunity. In some ways, it's a combo because the QSS provides you early CC immunity and the Titans provides you late CC immunity. So... You know, I could go either way. I don't think I've not seen any units where it says like QSS Titans is like BIS on them. Ooh, that's actually really rough fight RNG for us. The Zac just flying in onto. I mean, we're just on the wrong side here. The Yasuo. Oh my god, he just died though to Mal's poison plus the rest of our board. I mean, I'm kind of shocked we won that fight. I thought for sure it was lost. Wow, look at Marcel, man. This is crazy. He plays the 3-stack Syndra over the 2-stack Syndra. I mean, that is literally like the smallest possible optimization that you could get. Also, look at this quick hands, fast swapping. Also, look at this Bastion Kog'Maw. Not something you see every day, but you know, he hit a bunch of Bastions, hit a Kog'Maw, and played for it. The Zac is bouncing very prodigiously, and gonna be another dub there for Marcel. Kind of another hilarious thing about this spot is only 2 people have died. It's 6-1, and I mean, 6 people are alive. The nice thing is we have this really big HP cushion here. So, you know, even if I mean, we're guaranteed top 4, obviously, at this spot. The question is how high of a cap we can play for. Max cap, you know, does not win games very frequently. Death cap or GS? I mean, isn't the answer always GS? Oh, wow. Wow. Opts to take the death cap over it. Thinks death cap is better than GS here. I mean, units like Mal's that have no innate AP do really, really like AP from items. I just feel like, you know, GS is so broken that I always take it. But I mean, Marcel showing that, you know, maybe that's not always the case. Oh my God, our Zac got shot out of the air by Jinx by Coined here. Oh, that is a bad loss here. But like I said, top 4 should be guaranteed at this point. But I mean, it could still be as bad as a 4th, which, you know, seems crazy from how well this game has been going for us. But I mean, just remember a stage ago, we were in a really rough spot. But, one roll. Oh my God, and he opts to play the Seraphine here. You, I mean, you just get, I mean, it's just a better unit, right? And a better Star Guardian. So yeah, swap over, fight the Kog'Maw board. I mean, we should certainly be strong in this, right? This guy doesn't have 3-star frontline. This is one of the best people for us to fight because he's one of the weaker people in the lobby. Zac bouncing back and forth, doesn't kill the, wait, there's no way. I mean, the Malice Poison should kill everything. Nice. So top 2 locked in there from Marcel, and this is just gonna be, it's going to be our app. I think Coined's board is too strong. Coined's so good at piloting these Star Guardian lines. I feel like he did so well with this comp and tournament. I do a Coined Star Guardian VOD review, but I didn't just do another Star Guardian VOD review. Ooh, look at this. Just saying, look, the way that I'm going to win this game is Zac is just going to like bounce to backline or something. So I'm going to go for this full swap here. Also try to, you know, get my dudes away from Ari. He does bounce to backline here. Wait, the problem is there's an Edge of Night on this Jinx, so it's so hard to kill. We kill a lot, but it's just barely not enough, and it is a second for Mr. Marcel P. I mean, just a really fun game. Showed off the power of the augments that we took this game, and the power of max cap as just like a bailout when you're playing almost any reroll comp. I mean, it's just so good. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Meta. My links down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks as always for watching.